Hey everyone, back to another exciting episode of Attacker Productions. Today I'm back over once again by Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
And once again, this is pre-release, so no one played the new set because we just got the set. So next week, look for that stuff. But Jimmy did get first place. He was on camera though, so there's no video for that. We're gonna kind of just give the profile out now. He was playing Game of 1 and 2, which I think is the first time you played this at the shop.
Yeah, this is the first time I'm playing Game of 1 and 2. I kind of knew what I was choosing to play this, and it performed significantly better than I expected.
So with that being said, there's buttons below. Feel free to click them for different reasons. Let's get into the profile. Man, did you win that or something?
I sure did win this whole entire box that I didn't just grab here to represent that I got first place. But moving on, we got Game of 1 and 2. This deck is just cracked. You probably are familiar with it if you've been playing the game lately. You cannot ramp with non-red ribbon cards. Attack, draw 1, awaken at 4 or less, or if you have a specified 2-cost Unison and it's a untap 1, draw 1, take your life down to 6. The backside where it gets really funky. Shout out to the Walmart leader.
That glares like deadly.
Yeah, we'll put it right here. So same permanent as before. The auto, when a blue card is played from your energy, you get to top deck an energy, which is nice so you don't de-ramp yourself. And then the auto is just absolutely nutty. You get to pick up 3 androids from your energy. It has to be 3. You cannot do less than that. Then you get to place, and then you draw 1, and then you get to place up to 3 back. And then you cannot activate skills on non-android cards. A lot of people thought this auto was going to be pretty damning until we saw all the android cards, and all the android cards are busted or just better versions of cards that we already play in blue. So this leader is just absolutely snapped. You don't get a draw on the backside on attack, which is kind of unfortunate, but you don't need it, I promise. For our consistency boosters, run the 14-15. You just discard this, look at the top 5 cards, add a Unison or a battle card to your hand. You're going to be searching out your Unison most of the time because that's one of the more important pieces of the deck, and that Unison being the 17 and 18. When either player attacks, you get to combo with a mono blue battle card, then add a marker to this card, so a good bit of defense or offense, and you get to ramp up markers. You can play this card from your energy for 2 energy, which it just feels bad. I would not ever suggest trying to do that. I would suggest just trying to play this card from your hand and leave your energy for your actual battle cards. -4 plus 10k dual attack, 25k dual attacker is pretty nasty. And just due to the way it adds markers to itself, you're never going to be in a situation where you have to choose between going up so you can -4 or anything of that nature. This card is just absolutely nutty. And since you do get to combo from the drop area, you get to put those cards into your Z energy, which is why I think this is probably going to be the best blue deck going into the next set. And I do have a Z deck, even though I didn't get to play it tonight due to the new cards not being legal. I will go over that when we get to it. For our battle cards, run 2 of the 18. This card's really good and also really bad. It's a critical body. Auto, when you play her, you get to look at the top 5, put a card in your energy, then choose 1 card in your energy, put it at the bottom of the deck, then shuffle your deck, and then you can tap 1 to play her from your energy. So probably don't need to explain this, but you can tap 1 player from the energy, top deck an energy, look at the top 5, put a card into your energy, and then basically fix your energy. So you get your 3 androids in there, or if you have a specific card in the top 5 that you want to grab on your pickup on the end of turn, you can just fix your energy and basically put whatever you want in your hand as long as it's an android. I say that she is good and bad because we just have a better version of the card, which is Android 17. He is Barrier. Barrier is really strong right now. Being able to keep your battle cards in play is just really, really nice. So I run him at a 4 of just so I have androids in my energy, and also because I want to put him out on multiple turns because he will stick around. Our big dual attacker, this card is really, really good. For 2 energy, this comes out. It's a dual attack, deflect, it negates the energy exhaust if your leader card is an android, so you're good. And then you get to bottom deck a battle card with a energy cost greater or equal to your opponent's energy. really solid. You want to play this early, but at 2 energy, it's kind of steep sometimes, especially like in the turn 2 to 3. You have some better options to play there, but this card, just fantastic. You want to run a 4 out of this. For a boss monster, Cell, Deflect, Dual Attack, wipes the field if it's played from the energy. Your opponent has to bottom deck one attack to activate counterattack. And for 4 energy, he gains Double Strike when he's played. So, Dual Attack, Double Strike, 30k, field wipe. What could you want more? And essentially, he's 1 energy because you get to untap 3 at the end of your turn. There's no should I play my boss monster. It's always yes, play your boss monster. For our counters, 3 of the 18s. I'm also thinking about going up to 4 on this. This card is just nuts. It's a blocker counterplay if the battle card 4 or less goes to the bottom of the deck. And then it's a 1-drop if you have a specified 2-cost Unison. As important as the Unison is in this list, you will likely have it on field. There has been some matches where I've seen it way too late, the Unison that being, and these just clogged my hand, but that's so rare, and I still won those games. I think this could be an easy 4 of, and then you could side it out if you really needed to. One of the Android 15, this card is it's a Deflect, counterplays a 3 or less. You can play this card from your energy, so when you're fixing your energy, you can just snipe this guy in there, and then kind of makes your opponent play weird because they're playing around this Deflect counterplay that is, just staring them down, ready to be fired. I would not run more than 1. I think it's a nice 1 of. Super combos, 3 of the OG 18, make your opponent bottom deck 1, and then 1 of the new 18s, or new androids. This card is just going to become a 4th of the bottom deck. You don't need energy untap, you don't need energy fixing. This card is just really cute, and that's why I like it, and that's why I didn't go to 4 to begin with, but after I've seen this card in action, I'm definitely going to 4 on it. We got a little arrival spread here. 1 limiter disengaged. The amount of Unison-based decks that we've been seeing at our locals is just absurd. So I was running this at a 2 of in the list tonight. I did swap out this 18 from the new set, which I'll get into in a moment. But blocker arrives for 1. It's revive, limit 1. At the end of the turn, you stand it, and then activate battle. You can KO this card and just remove a marker from your opponent's Unison, which it's 1 marker, but it's really strong if they're trying to push for game or anything like that. With a lot of the big Unison beatdown decks going on right now, this card is just absolutely bonkers. I did run 2 in the main board tonight at the tournament, but after the tournament was over, I did swap in this 18 from the new set. I have not done a lot of testing with her, so I don't know if she will stick around, but she's another blue-green target to go into the energy because the negation of energy exhaust. She is a steep arrival at 3 energy, but you get 3 energy back at the end of the turn. When she comes in, kills a battle card, rips a card from your opponent's hand, and then you can discard her to search, just like the other androids. So she will likely stay because just on the surface, this card is kind of cracked, but we will see. If you're building this list, just run 2 of these right now because it's just better. And then 2, Steadfast Comeback. Dual attack, blocker, revenge, arrives for 2. When it's comboed or played, your opponent discards 1. Don't worry about the other one. This card's cracked. Definitely run that one. We got blue topos. Like I said, you just got a better version of every single blue card in the game as an android with this. It's just opponent attacks, they have the bottom deck 2. I think you could probably safely go down to 3 on this. I'm stubborn, I'm staying at 4. 2-dimension magic, you don't need untapping. It's nice to have a hard negate every once in a while, and every once in a while you might want to untap an extra energy for an arrival or something like that. But don't play more than 2. Maybe even cut them completely.
And I wish I knew it for our match. You only had 2 in your deck. 1 Child's Army, blocker negate, double negate, pretty good. Probably will just become
3 of these and cut the Dimension Magics. It's blue. Dirty Burst. Dirty Burst is just it shits all over a lot of the newer decks. Shits all over a lot of decks right now. Stop your opponent from attacking. It's also just hard to gate. This card's just busted. 2 Realm of the Gods Beerus. I was at 4 on this, but I found that most games, like, I was just holding these in hand for no reason. And I could just change the way I play, but again, I'm stubborn, so I just cut this down to 2 just to run different cards. So you could probably cut like the Android 18 Arrival and the Limiter Disengaged and run a play set of this, because this is really solid. 10k, draw 1, basically a super combo. You untap so much energy, it's good. Bean. 1 Android 18 because I only own 1, and then 2 of the Draw Monkeys. Android 18 is just a little cute in this deck because it's an Android that fits with the theme, and it draws 2. The Ape is also really good because you don't have to open a counter window with the 18. So it's kind of dealer's choice when it comes to this. I would probably run like 1 Ape and then 2 18s if I had a second 18, but I like this number right now, so probably won't change it. 1 Boo Unison if you're going for game, or if you feel that you really need it. If you know your opponent's playing a boss monster that you can hit with a -1, you might want to throw this one out, and you basically get to untap all of your energy on the turn that you can play this. 1 Turning the Tide. It's Turning the Tide. Card should have got banned. Baby Hatch is just not needed in this deck. You have so many defensive options. I think Kai is actually going to be the move. Just being able to field wipe for low energy and not having to throw the cell out there. It's going to be really nice. You could even like argue the Pan, or you could argue maybe the new Goku secret rare. But it's blue, so I ran Baby Hatch. I don't think it's necessary at all until I lose a game because I didn't have Baby Hatch, and then I will be praising Baby Hatch once again.
I don't know if you can do Pan because her energy cost is reduced, makes her under 7, right?
Well, I mean, you could just not activate the auto at the end of the turn.
That's true, yeah.
If you know your opponent's going to be blitzing out like that. So I do have a Z deck. Of course, I did not play it tonight, but I did have it because I was testing with it earlier today. So right now I'm running 3 of the Cell. These numbers will change, and I will explain in a moment. This Cell's just disgusting. 3 energy, 2 Z energy, deflect, critical, puts all of your opponent's battle cards under. So once again, another field wipe for 3 energy. Don't even acknowledge this. You're gonna have Z energy because of your Unison. And then activate main. You can pitch all the cards out from under him. If it was 4 or more, you switch him back. Mode negates triple strike. Just fucking stupid. This card is so good. For 3 energy, this card is so fucking good. We run a 1 of the Vegeta. Cycle out cards, put better cards in your hand. If you go down to 6 on your Awakening, so if you're at like 7 or 8, you can just throw him out here, basically just get free value off of that life that you're going to be taking anyway. 1 of the Goku. I like this card a lot. It's removal of a 5-drop at the end of the turn, and then if you discard a extra card, you get to draw a card and gain critical. There's not a lot of extra cards that you want to be discarding outside of like Sensu Beans, and you don't really want to be discarding your negates. So this is just kind of in there if I'm really desperately trying to get cards in hand, or I'm really trying to push some damage. And he's a steep Z energy cost of 3, even though he's a 1-drop. And then 2 of the Friezas. This card, I was really down on it when I first played it, and then like at the end of the match, Aaron was like, dude, that's the best card you played the entire fucking game. It's a deflect, dual attack, 2 energy, 1 Z energy, very cheap. When he comes in, blows up a 5 or less, really good. And then auto, when a green battle card with energy cost of 2 or more attacks, you can pitch 1 of your Z energy and your opponent discards 1. So he satisfies himself. You could play it off of like your androids, your 16s. It's just really, really good, and it's really annoying for your opponent to deal with, because you play out so many good cards that they want to deal with those and not this card that you basically spent nothing on. So when the starter decks come out, as much as I praise this card, I am going to be cutting one and cutting one cell to run 2 of the 5-drop Vegetos from the starter deck, because that Vegeto is just busted. If you have not read it, I will force Bancroft to put a little picture of the card right now, which you probably won't. And also, I don't know what Bancroft. You got to yell at Bancroft to make a better like sidebar thing. Right here.
I know. No, I know.
So
I
you
know.
can put the Z cards in it.
I know. I have a design for one. I haven't really worked on it yet. I might just go ahead and put that into effect.
Yeah, do that.
I think I'll do like a Bulma Scatter type style thing.
Okay.
So it has like and then when it goes to Z battle cards, it's like a flicker, and it does Z battle cards. But we'll see about that later if I have time. Fuck you. Thanks for tuning in. Keep in mind, there's cards.
There's cards down below. There is cards down below. If you actually like lower the camera, there are cards right here.
Read your cards, know your plays, and fluff out.